Hi, Mary. Mary, Kirt Giresi with Senior Benefits. We got the card you filled out. It just takes a minute to go over with you, and you do get a free Walmart gift card. Yeah, it just takes a few minutes. So, how long you been living here now? You've been here for 5 years. Okay, so where did you live before you were here 5 years? You were here. You were in Keensburg for 10 years before that. Oh, okay, great. All right. Are you from Keensburg? No, I'm from Asbury. Oh, you live in Asbury. Okay, great. Which one was your favorite? I don't know. I like where I'm living now. I'm not moving anywhere. Okay, great. That's great that you're not. So, why did you move here? Was it because of a job or situation? No. I just, the apartment was good for rent. Oh, okay. Do you have children? Do you have kids that are grown? Yeah, I've grown kids. Well, how old are they? I have a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old. Okay, great. Do they live close by? No, one lives in Florida and one lives in North Jersey. Oh, what town in North Jersey? Oh, they live in Union. Oh, that's great. Okay. Do they come down to visit you often, or you go to them? I like to go visit them. Okay. Whereabouts in Florida was that your oldest? Yeah, my oldest is in Florida. Whereabouts? Oh, West Palm Beach. Oh, that's great. I used to live there. Oh, okay, cool. Do you have any grandkids? Yeah, I got 8 grandkids, 4 from each side. Wow, it's a lot of grandkids. What's the youngest one? I have like a 2-year-old. Oh, what's the oldest? I have a 22-year-old. Oh, no great grands yet, right? No great grands. Okay. Now, are you still working right now or no? No, I'm retired. Okay. How long you been retired? 2 years. Oh, where were you working before? Oh, I was a home health aide. Oh, that's great. Now you stopped doing it now 2 years? Yeah. It's tired. My back, it hurts and it's hard to get out. Okay. How long were you a home health aide for? I don't know, like 15, 20 years? Long time. Oh, okay, great. And since you've been retired, what do you like to do to keep busy? I don't know. I just watch a lot of TV, go for walks, that kind of thing. Okay, great. Well, now that I'm with you to go over the information that you filled out, this is my name, Kirt. I'm licensed by the state of New Jersey. In order to go over this information, you have to have a state license. Now, I'm licensed about 7 or 8 different states, but I live in New Jersey, and of course, I'm here most. So you have to have a state license. It's important to have. All right. Now, the company we represent is called the Assurance Group. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, been around over 30 years, and we are a service group. We're not an insurance company. Okay. So what we do is make sure you're taking advantage of what's out there and not the other way around. Now, we can see everybody, but we focus on certain people, all right? So we can help everybody, but we focus on people usually over the age of 50. Now, I know you are a couple days over 50, right, Ms. Johnson? Yeah, of course. Now, we also help people that are usually on a fixed income. We understand most people are either on Social Security, disability, that kind of thing. So you're on Social Security when you're retired, right? Yeah. Okay, great. And then we also help people regardless of their health. We understand that most people are not 20 years old anymore, right? So we can help regardless. In fact, the reason why I do this is because of my mom. My mom is 62, but 8 years ago, she got diagnosed with a brain aneurysm. And every company she applied for after she got diagnosed would deny her because of it. But she's fine now. But back then when she got denied, she gave up. But I didn't. I was like, Mom, there's got to be something. So I started looking into it, and I realized that different companies have different rules. I'm sure you know that, right? Yeah. So I found a company that asks all the questions. It doesn't ask about aneurysms. Some companies are strict on diabetes, some isn't. So for her, with the aneurysm, we found a company that asks everything else but that, so she got approved. And she said, Kirt, if you could help me, go help other people. So thanks, Ma. And I've been doing it ever since. I actually have a picture of the family. Here's a picture of the family, and here she is in here. All right. Now, we get a ton of these cards in the mail, and we help with all kinds of things. We help with health care. We help with protecting nest eggs, like retirement, and we also help with ancillary benefits like vision, dental, or heart, cancer, stroke plans. But this card specifically that you filled out has to do with funeral and final expenses. Now, most people that fill this out usually have something already. They fill it out because they're concerned that they may not have enough, or it's going to end at a certain age, or they're paying too much. So what we do for you is try to save you money or get you more without paying more if possible. I can't guarantee anything, but that's why we're here to see how we could save you money. The other reason why people fill this card out is that they don't have anything at all. It's very dangerous. And I'm sure you have something, right? Ms. Johnson, you have something? Yeah, I do. Okay, great. Perfect. So being that we help with various companies, here is some of the companies that we work with. We have over 300, but maybe you've recognized some of these names. And we are a broker. I probably mentioned that earlier, but I'm a broker, not an agent. There's a difference. An agent is typically a person that works for just one company. Not a problem, right? They work with like Bankers Life or Prudential or some specific insurance company. They work with them, but we're a broker. We have access to, all the insurance companies out there for the most part, the 300 that I mentioned plus, all right? So when it comes to coverage, most people are concerned with covering the basics, right? So like a funeral or cremation. So as far as you, Ms. Johnson, are you looking for a funeral or cremation? Have you thought about that before? Probably cremation. Okay, yeah, me too. So when it comes to cremations, they've gotten more expensive, right? Funerals around 10 or 12,000, but cremations about 5 or 6. But that's today. Think bread, eggs, cheese, milk, everything goes up in price. So you want to make sure that you cover it not only for the today, but for the future. And there's a really cool form we have here. It's called a Social Security Life Expectancy Form. And it shows what it would cost in the future, a funeral. So if you're 62 and you're a female, you're projected to live to your mid-80s. At that time, a funeral could cost $25,000. Crazy, I know. So cremation half, you're looking at around 10 or 12, 20 years from now. So as long as you have around 10 or 12 right now, you're good. That's for the basic. Anything above and beyond goes to your family as extra, which is great, right? So how do you cover it? What's the best way to cover it? Well, there's a bunch of different ways, but the 3 main insurance plans to cover it are called term, whole, and universal. So term insurance stands for terminate. It means it stops or ends. Usually it ends at age 80. So if you live past 80, all that money goes to an insurance company and you and the family get nothing. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Well, you say to yourself, well, why would anyone have that? Well, there are reasons. There's good reason to have term. It's either if you're buying a house or if you're working and your job gives you one. But if you're not buying a house anymore and you're not working anymore, makes no sense. Doesn't benefit you. Universal is one, and it's for specific people looking for this plan. But for the most part, universal can go up in price and get very costly. What do most people do when anything gets too expensive? They cancel. And then who wins when they cancel? Insurance company. We don't want that one either if they're going to benefit, right? We want something that benefits you. Now, whole life's the one that stays the same. So once you get it whole life, you keep that plan forever. It's never going to go up in price. It doesn't end at any age. If you live to 140, break the record, you're still good, right? But the problem with whole life, the big problem is where you get it or how you get it. You got to be careful with anything through the TV or through the mail. Great name companies. I'm sure you heard of them like Colonial Penn or AARP, Globe, Omaha through the mail, Physicians Mutual, Senior Life, Gerber, AAA, all great companies. But a lot of these companies don't ask any health questions or very little. And the non-health questions plans typically are not asking health questions because they assume you're so unhealthy that you can't answer them. So if they think you're unhealthy, they give you the unhealthy rate, which is more expensive. On top of that, if they think you're unhealthy, they're also not sure how your health is now. They don't know if you could pass away the next day. So they make you wait 2 years before the plan even starts because, again, they don't know what your health is like. So what we do, like I did for my mom, is try to find what's best for you, right? And what's best for you depends on your age and health. So I have a couple questions for you to find out what benefits you, all right? So first off, Ms. Johnson, when's your birthday? Birthday's November 3rd, 1958. Beautiful. 62. Do you smoke, Ms. Johnson? No. Perfect. Ms. Johnson, how tall are you? 5'8". How much do you weigh? 150. Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with congestive heart failure? No. Have you ever had cancer? No. Ever had a heart attack before? No. Have you ever had a stroke? No. Do you have COPD, like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease? No. Okay. Do you have diabetes? Yes. Okay. No problem. Do you take pills and insulin or just pills? Just pills. Okay. Ever been diagnosed with any complications and take something called like gabapentin for neuropathy? No, nothing like that. Okay. And how old were you when you were diagnosed with diabetes? I was about 5 years ago. Okay, so in your late 50s? Yeah. All right. Any other brand new medications or anything for diabetes in the last 2 years? No. Any medications you take besides for the diabetes? Yeah, I take blood pressure and cholesterol. Okay. What, like lisinopril? Yeah, I take that. And do you take a statin for cholesterol? Yeah. And what do you take for diabetes? Metformin? Yeah, metformin. Any other medications besides that? Yeah, I take something for acid reflux. It's called omeprazole. Okay. Anything else besides that? Last 2 years, no hospitalization, no liver kidney issues, nothing. No. Okay, great. Perfect. Well, Ms. Johnson, you're in great shape. This makes things really easy. Now, you said you had some coverage. What's the name of the company that you have right now? You know what? I can't really remember. Oh, you can't remember? Do you have the paperwork somewhere? You know what? I think I gave it to my daughter. Okay. Bank statement. Do you have a bank statement? Should show on there. Yeah, let me go get a bank statement. Bank statement. It says on here it is Colonial Penn. Yeah, you mentioned something about Colonial Penn. Yeah, great named company, but what we have to do is call them and find out what's going on with it. And this is how we could see if we could save you money. Now, when we get on the phone with them, they're going to ask some basic information about you, like your name, address, phone number, that kind of thing, just to verify it's you. Then they're going to ask if it's okay if I could speak on your behalf. You say yes, and then I'll go over all the pertinence with them, like the values, reduced paid up value, riders, all kinds of things. But let me find out that information and let you know. Okay, so give them a call. Hi, my name's Kirt Giresi. I'm friends with Mary Johnson. She has a policy with you, but we don't know the policy number. Want some information. Can you help us look up the policy without it? Absolutely. Okay, great. Okay. What kind of policy is it? It's a whole life graded policy. What does graded mean again? It means it's in the first 2 years they have accident coverage, but if you go from natural causes, it has to be covered after 2 years. Oh, okay. So when did the policy start? It started October of 2019. Okay. So it hasn't officially got past the 2 years yet? No. Okay. And what's the policy number? TN000353. Okay. And how much is the coverage for? Coverage is for $10,000. Perfect. And how much are the payments per month? $98. Okay, great. Is there any cash value? No. Is there any riders? No. Is there any no loans or anything like that? No, because there's no cash value. Okay, great. Are there any other policies in Mary's name besides this one? No. Beautiful. Thank you so much for the information. We appreciate it. So now, Ms. Johnson, I love numbers. Numbers don't lie. 2 + 2 is 4. You can't argue it, right? It's all about numbers, and I'm all big about numbers. So, based on how healthy you are, the best company to go with would be a company called Mutual of Omaha. Mutual Omaha, I'm sure you've heard of Mutual Omaha before. Yeah, okay, perfect. But before we get to that, I want to show you the benefits of having whole life, right? So, what's really important with whole life is that the rates never change. Okay, number 2, the benefits never go down. So let's say if you have 10,000, it's always 10,000, right? And thirdly, can't be canceled, meaning you can cancel at any time, but the company can't cancel you, right? So let's say we take advantage of your health now, how good it is, and God forbid, 30 years from now, you get diagnosed something new, right? When you're 90. Well, they can't change the plan at that time. You got this before that happened. But what we don't want to do is put this off and then, now you're stuck in a 2-year waiting period plan and you can't get anything because, your health changed where you have to have something that makes you wait 2 years. So the whole idea is you want to take advantage of your health now while it's really good, okay? Now, there's no medical exam, no doctor, no blood, just simple yes, no questions. That's typically what you want. You don't really want a doctor to come take your blood because they're trying to find more wrong with you. Instead, what we do is just use simplified issue. Questions about your health, check your meds, that's it. Really simple. Yes, no questions. The rate never goes up. It's so important. It's on there twice. You're eligible for immediate benefit. Right now with the Colonial Penn you have right now, unfortunately they make you wait the 2 years, but what's great about Omaha is it's going to give you a day one benefit. Rates, the coverage amounts to between $5,000 and $50,000. The benefits are tax-free. No taxes taken out. It's one of the benefits of having insurance versus having money in a bank or anywhere else. The plans do pay out very quickly. It does build cash value. However, please, please, please never borrow the cash. Insurance companies love promoting cash value as a benefit to borrow from. It's not really meant for that. The whole point of having cash value in a whole life plan is that down the line you could stop paying and still be covered because all that cash grew. But if you borrow it, you owe that money back plus interest. And who makes money on the interest? Of course, they do. The plans are accepted everywhere you go, and they coincide with Social Security. So, Ms. Johnson, with your Social Security, you showed me the bank account earlier. I understand that. But when does that money get deposited in your bank? The first, the third, the second Wednesday, the third? Okay, great. The third. So, it wouldn't start until 1/3/21. Okay. So, based on right now, to show you what you have a $10,000 plan that you're paying $98 a month for. That's going to start, in essence, on October of 2021 because you start in 2019, so 2 years will be 2021. So October of the upcoming, so 10 months from now, it'll actually start. Well, the upgrade with Mutual of Omaha, the same $10,000, I want to show you two options. One is to show you how much difference in cost it would be, but also if you got more coverage for how much you're paying, right? So for $10,000, it would be $42.78, and for $20,000, it would be $96.82. So show you here instead of just saying out loud, I like showing it. So right now, you're paying $10,000 for $98, right? Two options. One option would be to keep the $10,000 and pay significantly less and have a day one benefit, which would start on January 3rd, or still pay less than you're paying now, but have $10,000 more dollars for the family. Which one do you think would be best for you? Would you rather save money or have the same coverage? I'd rather get more coverage for the kids. That's why we did this. Beautiful. So here's an extra 10 grand. You're welcome. Well, cool thing is today we'll find out if you're approved. All you have to do is put the information in. And again, it won't start until January 3rd. That's it, guys. Presentation. Simple.